Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to F1 Manager Career Hardcore Mode. It's round 15 tonight. We're heading to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. So here we are then, all prepped and ready for the start of what is kind of technically our home race. The Tauri team is based in Italy, so technically it's our home race, although the team is looking to be relocated, I think, back to the UK to be closer to the sister team, Red Bull, in real life. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. But yeah, technically it's kind of our home race, so it would be nice to get a good result, but it's highly unlikely we're going to get one, unfortunately. Our car is slow. It's very slow. Our cornering speeds are really bad. Our dirty air performance is even worse. And this is a circuit that's all about having good downforce through the corners, but more importantly, having really good speed. We don't have either. So this could be very messy, this race. I'm really kind of hoping we can do something, but yeah, this is not going to be a good one for us, I don't think, at all. Let's have a quick look before we go into our objectives to see what we have got going at the moment. We've got some spare parts on the way. Some more rear wings are being worked on. We've got a spare side pod and a spare suspension about to drop on the Saturday. And in terms of research, we'll have a research project for the rear wing finished after this Grand Prix, and at that point I think I may have to actually design a new rear wing, just because we are so lacking at the moment that a new rear wing could really transform some of our pace issues. It's not going to fix our downforce issues, unfortunately, but if we can take some more drag out of the car, boost the DRS, at least we might be a bit more competitive when we get to circuits like Cota and Mexico with those very long DRS straights. So we'll see what happens after the Grand Prix. We've got a bit of cash on hand at the moment, so I've got 5.6 million, but if I'm right, I need to buy another powertrain or something to do with a powertrain. We are good for engines on car 1. ERSs, we are going to probably need another ERS, so I'm going to hold off for that as long as I possibly can. And hopefully we'll be okay on gearboxes, but we might need another gearbox for car 1. Let's take a look at car 2. Engine wise, it's not great, but it's not horrendous. Let's see, ERS is okay, we've already got another one there ready and waiting. And gearboxes may need another gearbox, maybe not, we'll have to see. So at the moment that money is actually kind of going spare a little bit, so this might be the opportunity to go ahead and oh no, wait, it's 8 million, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. I was thinking we could go ahead and upgrade the race sim. For some reason I thought we were only at level 3 with the race sim and we were close to being able to afford an upgrade. Unfortunately that is not the case. Okay, never mind. We'll hang on to that cash then and see what happens. As you can see, Monza is now an ATA weekend thanks to the update, the last update within the game. Added in ATA weekends for brand new saves. And of course, this being a new save, we now have a third ATA weekend. Kind of a little nod to the fact that, with Imola being cancelled this year, they moved the first ATA test that should have taken place there to Monza, and so now we have 3 instead of 2, which is, yeah, it's kind of cool. We are going to have wet weather on the Saturday, so that could be practice or quali or both. If it's a wet quali, maybe that will give us the ability to qualify further up the field. That would be nice, although we will end up going backwards if that is the case. Let's set some very conservative targets. The incentive is to get 2 cars in the top 15. I'm not even sure we might get 1 car into Q2. We will try for that, but I don't know if we can actually manage it or not, given our severe lacking in speed and downforce. The incentive is to get 1 in the top 15 as a finish. Should be able to do that, I hope, with Yuki. Not going to go for the fastest lap for obvious reasons. The finish position streak 2 in the top 15. Well, I don't think we can do that, but the game has been giving it to us. So if it continues to do that, that's another 560 grand that we will inevitably get. Let's see if that continues to happen. And with our quali streak, we just need to qualify 1 car in the top 15 one more time to get an extra 1.1 mil. Keeping my fingers crossed we can actually do that here today. So our incentives and guarantees are set. Let's head to let's head to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Oh, no, wait, we've got to do our pit crew first, haven't we? I completely forgot all about that. Alright, never mind. Let's clear that out and get ready to start working on the pit crew. How you doing, Baron? How you doing, Patkins? Good to see you guys. Let's check what level of fatigue are we going to have during the race itself. In the tired bracket, that's not too bad. Okay, we can work on that. So we've got plenty of time then before we go to Singapore and then Japan a week later. So let's give them the Monday off and then let's program in a good mix of training, pit stop training and gym training. Try and just get their skills back up a little bit and also continue to try and bring those stop times down as well. Okay, so what's that going to look like going into the Grand Prix? We've still got plenty of wiggle room. So let's go with another day here. And we could probably go here as well, actually. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's not too bad. Right, so coming out of that Grand Prix. We've got room for a day of training by the look of it. Yeah, 1 day of training. And then after that, we will do a bit more training down here. There we go. So by the end of the month, we'll have reduced our chances of mistakes ever so slightly, and we will kind of kept pace with our pit stop times. Yeah, we'll go with that. John and the Aussie Potato are here as well. Good to see you guys. You can see how our times have kind of fluctuated a little bit. We had a really brutally quick stop, apparently, at... Oh, no, wait. I was going to say we had a brutally quick stop at Melbourne. We didn't have a stop at all at Melbourne. That's why it's all the way down there. Because we didn't even complete a lap. I think we only just completed a sector before both of our cars were out. So our best times, you know, have been around about 2.6 seconds. Let's see if we can maybe bring that down a bit. This is our average, of course. We have had faster stops than that, but our average has been around 2.6 on a couple of occasions. We've also had some that have been horrendously bad, as you can see, off the chart at the top there. Right, now we can head to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Italian Grand Prix. We We return to Monza, the temple of speed. The loyal Tifosi are gathering in hopes of a homecoming victory. But everyone here is united to watch Formula One cars roar around the lowest downforce circuit on the calendar. Monza, a centurion among circuits, dripping with motorsport history. Expect to see cars fly by as 80% of the track is tackled at full throttle. It's not all go, however, and brakes can be prone to overheating through the tight chicanes that Monza has to offer. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. Okay then, let's get to it.
Top 10, trust me, you time travelled. No, I think you're confusing time travel with the fact that you're, what, 11 hours ahead of me? Doesn't work that way, unfortunately. How you doing, Mr. Water? Good to see you. Right. So, let's put Enzo in the car. Not Enzo. I keep calling him Enzo. No, he is Enzo. I keep calling him Emerson every now and again. It is Enzo Fittipaldi. Right, we're going to go with soft tyres. Oh, actually, do I want to throw away a set of softs? No, I'm going to use mediums. Monza is 19 laps for a run. Go, drop those settings down. Let's swap out the parts as well. Try and protect what we can in the cars. There we go. And for setup, let's start with a 1, a 9, a 2.8. A 2.85 and a 0.5. There we go. Right, Lawson's car, and it is actually his car now. There we go. Right, setup for this one. We're going to go with a 1, a 9, a 1.9, a 3.1 and a 0.95. There we go, and 19 laps, and drop the settings, and go with mediums here as well. Right, let's send them to the track.
Check.
Radio loud and clear. A bit less curb.
Okay, copy.
There we go. How was my weekend? My weekend was pretty good. I love the new mattress topper that I was talking about on Friday. I've had such a good, a good couple of nights sleep over the weekend on this new comfy, chunky mattress topper. Combined with the heavier tog duvet, I've been snug at night. It's been good. And I cashed in the vouchers or the points from my PlayStation Stars, turned them into vouchers, and basically picked up a copy of Railway Empire 2 for half price as a result of the points I've earned over stuff I've bought over the last year and a half or so. And I've been having some fun with Railway Empire 2 over the weekend. it's good. It's a little different to the first one. There are some frame rate issues when you get too close, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, especially on the PS5. But overall, I'm enjoying the game so far. Too early to say whether I think it's better than the first one. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good. Evening, Farrett. How is Miss Kitty Fantastico? Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Buffy. So.
Limitation.
All right, so
Thank you guys for the
not a
good card.
bad start, 86%. Let's call them in.
How's the car?
And, oh, 96 for Lawson. That's much better.
Listening.
Pit limiter on and stop in front of the garage.
Right, what do we need to change? A little bit of everything. All right, so let's look at a 295 and a 0.75. That might work. Good evening, Victor. Need to tweak on Lawson's car. Okay, so I'm gonna try that. Yep. Little wobble there for Fittipaldi.
And that won't help their chances. And they
Going
might want
wide
to
to the
take a look
first
at the
Lesmo
floor
there
of the
into the
car there,
gravel.
because that won't do it any good.
Mate, what's going on?
Stand by. And how's the car?
Improved to 90%, but still some work to do.
Pit lane.
So follow pit lane speed limiter, obviously. Stop in front of the garage.
All right. Looks like this is going to be a 1-9 as well then. Let's try that. And did we get it right with Lawson? So close, 97%, just one little tweak needed somewhere. That's pretty good. How you doing, Marcel? Good to see you. Well, that's first practice done. We're in pretty decent shape. So we get Yuki back in the car now. He's going to be running very long indeed. Let's give him 40 laps of fuel. There we go. And Liam, what do we need to tweak? It's the front wing. Okay, let's try that. Actually, that might push it just a bit too much. Let's go the other way. Yeah, we'll go with that. And we'll run him for 26 laps should be fine. Drop those down. Hard tyres on both. Let's send them out.
Green light now. A bit less curb, probably.
So what's everyone else been up to this weekend?
Now, who is that? Now, that looks like Lando Norris. Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. Dangerously close
clumsy.
to each other. Has to be said, that was pretty risky. Now, their confidence will have taken a hit with that.
Which Williams was that? Was it Sargent? No, it was Albon. Well, it has given him a little bit of front wing damage. Not much. Lost about half the end plate on his left front wing there. Norris looks to have escaped without any real significant damage to his car, but he's boxing anyway. Albon is staying out. Oh, another crash.
There's a yellow flag now.
No, it's Hulkenberg. It's always Hulkenberg.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
And he's destroyed his rear end.
And clearly they're not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
Right, feedback incoming. %97% for Yuki. It's close, not quite there. Like Lawson. And we nailed it with Liam's car. Excellent stuff. What do you mean by the weird pit lane for Vegas? Oh, you mean the exit of the pit lane? Yeah, it's not ideal. But, you know, limited space. There have been some truly horrendous pit exits. I'm thinking specifically South Korea. That was just a nightmare. Both versions of it, actually. The original version was terrible, and then they extended it and made it even longer the second year, and that was almost as bad, if not as bad.
Check the flag.
I remember the original pit exit. Well, I say the original. You know, the previous pit exit at Brazil as well. They used to spit out into turn 2 before they then curved it around turn 3 and deposited it on the straight halfway down towards turn 4. Yeah, there have been some interesting pit exits over the years. Right, the car should just about get through the next session with those parts. Front wing is what needs to change. I wonder, are they running the same setup? Not quite. But we'll try the 1.5. See how that goes. Yuki needs to run for let's say about 32 laps maybe. How much do we need out of Liam? Probably 24 laps. His car's fine. Right, let's send them out for final practice. Tyre temp's going to be tricky. Yeah, it's not the best time of year, really, for Vegas. But, yeah, it's going to be moved, I think, for next season to earlier in the calendar. Should be nearer Miami. Well, one of the things they're going to be doing is looking to streamline the geographical order of the calendar. You know, in terms of, it's one of the ways they're looking to reduce their carbon footprint as a sport, and also to save a bit of money in terms of freight shipping. Yeah, it makes no sense when you're going from one side of the world to the other and then back again in the space of like a couple of races, when you've got multiple races all scheduled for the same kind of region, and they're all dotted all over the place. So expect to see races like Canada and America grouped together more consistently, and maybe depending on when they do it, you know, one of the other American races grouped in with, you know, as they are kind of now, maybe COTA and Brazil and Mexico all being you know, a triple header, for example. You know, countries that are all very, very close geographically. It does need a bit of refinement, the running order of the races, I think. But you have to take into account, or what they have been taking into account is, like, you know, weather, predicted temperatures, things like that. I mean, that's why there was no World Cup in the summer this year, because it was in Qatar, and in the summer players would have literally died from heat exhaustion. If it had been, you know, held in like 50-degree temperatures, you know, 50-degree plus temperatures, and that's Celsius, not Fahrenheit for the overseas.
How was the balance, Yuki? Was the limitation?
Audience there. I mean, it was hot enough in their winter as it was, so. Alright, Yuki's car setup is nailed. How much rain have we actually got? How long is it going to stick around for? Rest of the session. Alright, kind of need to call Yuki in then, put him onto some inters. Lawson we're going to leave out there because he's almost done on his track knowledge, and it would just be a waste of running time to bring him in now to send him back out again for a longer period. So we'll make the switch with Yuki here. Let's take a load of fuel out. Let's get him running for 18 laps. It's not quite wet enough for the inters, but it's almost there. And there we go. Now the inters are viable. So Lawson just needs another lap or two. There we go. That's Lawson done.
Rain risk is receding.
Yeah, copy.
Yuki, how is the balance? How is the rotation?
Let me keep this one.
Copy that.
Okay, what has gone on there? We didn't change anything on the setup and it's gone to a 94. What? All I did was change the tyres. I think. I don't think I changed anything else. Very weird. Right, let's get him up to his 100 on track knowledge.
Rain is clear now.
There we go.
Copy.
Let's call him in and let's see what went wrong. I could have sworn we got him up to 100 on his... Unless I was just misreading something. Yeah. Apparently I did. Apparently I changed the front wing without even realising. we go. So, both of our drivers fully prepped now. So they will attack this Grand Prix with the best level of confidence, which they're going to need because it's going to take a knock very early on. So Max has got a penalty this weekend. I think he's the only driver who does. That might be a replacement part. Lawson's going to start with high confidence because he's a rookie and he doesn't have a great relationship with his engineer yet. Yuki will start nicely in the very high confidence category, which is excellent stuff.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
This weekend we're running on alternative tyre allocation rules, meaning teams will be constrained by the tyre compounds they can use for each period of qualifying.
Now Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting good lap times, so they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
So here we are, ready to resume.
Yeah, please don't call my driver Yuck. It's not that bad. Right. Anyone else got a penalty? Is it just Max? Yeah. Oh no, Bottas also has a penalty as well. Okay, right. Let's get the good bits into the car. So we want our best engine for this circuit. Change to a new gearbox as well. There we go. Engine. That ERS will be fine. And that gearbox will be fine as well. Right, we're on the hard tyres. I have no choice in that. We're going to go 2 flying laps. And then hopefully... Actually, no, we made this mistake before because we only had the one set. We're going to go 1 flying lap at the start, and then we'll go out and do 2 flying laps towards the end. Because last time we did this, we went 2 laps, then 2 laps, and we just didn't have enough left in the tyres for the second flying lap on the second stint. So 1 flying lap followed by 2 at the end should be a bit better, I think. And let's see if we can get out of the session. Oh, I forgot about rain. Okay, well, this is our one chance then to get through.
Copy box.
Warm up tires.
Copy.
The whole grid's piling out, look. Yeah, I figured that was probably the case, Barry. Right, so last time out, Lawson actually out-qualified Yuki. Let's see if history repeats itself or if Yuki can regain some of his honour in this session. And can either of them get through? There's a couple of cars that are going to get held up here behind the Alphas. So Bottas is ahead of an Aston. And a Williams as well, yeah.
So gap ahead is good.
And Joe is holding up another Williams. So this could hurt Williams here.
Recharge off and push.
And it could definitely hurt Alonso. As Lawson starts his flying lap. And so does Yuki. Got a yellow flag already. Oh, I think that's Verstappen locking up. Oh man, that's Verstappen out.
Now we're watching Max Verstappen here. All
Max
good
is going
at
to go
this
out in
point.
Q1.
And the car fails to respond. And they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tyres.
He's not going to have time for another lap. That's him out in Q1. Right, Yuki is quicker than Lawson in the first sector. And the Haas behind us is faster than both of us. But then that's not very surprising. Max is pulling over to let everyone through as well, look. So he's already aborted this lap. But that's going to hold up a couple of cars as well. We could get through quite comfortably here. Max trundling around like this could actually make it very tricky for some cars to actually get clean runs.
So cool as much as you can.
Copy.
So Yuki is through in first. Lawson's very close. Just 4/400ths of a second between the two drivers. Everyone else now crossing the line. We're quicker than Hülkenberg, quicker than Norris and Piastri. And Hamilton. Bottas did get in the way of Alonso by the look of it. Alonso's slower than us. We're through. Hamilton's out. Bottas is out. Piastri's out. Zhou is out. And Verstappen is out. And here comes the rain. Oh man. 2 world champions out in the first session. And Max hasn't even set a time. I can't see anyone else improving. Track is wet. They're going out on inters. Max will set a time, but I don't think it will get him through. Be amazed if it does. No, it's slower than Lewis. So that lockup from Max didn't just ruin his lap, it ruined a number of people's laps as well. I think Hamilton is one of those cars who got caught up in that. Zhou, Piastri, Bottas, they're where you'd expect. But the fact that we out-qualified Alonso, well, Alonso was probably held up behind Bottas, but Norris looked, should have been quicker than that. No tears there. Yeah, didn't think there would be. Well, I thought there'd be maybe tears of joy. But we are through, both cars through into Q2. And now we're on the inters. So let's go 2 flying laps of fuel. And let's see what the weather's going to do in this one.
Should be green.
Send them out early, get a couple of laps in, and then we'll go again on the mediums at the end when it stops raining. I wonder if we can time it just right for that dry weather there as well.
Focus on tyres.
That would be something awesome if we could do that.
We focus on tyres and brakes. Tyres and brakes.
If we're the only ones to go out on dry tyres at the end of the session, everyone else goes out ahead of us on inters. We could be the only. We could possibly top the timings, which would be insane, and also completely completely against predictions and an unrealistic expectation of our pace as well. But what a moment it would be. So I know the track is going to dry up and these times are going to be completely irrelevant, but this is all about getting some confidence in our car, confidence in our drivers before the end of the session, so that we can maybe attack on those mediums in the best possible shape. Because I've made that mistake before. Last time when I saw it was starting wet and going to dry up, and I didn't bother going out on the inters because I thought, what's the point?
Nice.
And then I realised when I went out on the dries, my drivers had no confidence. They just had the basic level of confidence, and it's because I hadn't done the prep work at the beginning of the session. Not making that mistake this time.
Charge off and push.
Lawson's slightly up in the first sector. Is Alonso going to get out of the way, or is he going to hold us up through Ascari? Yuki quicker in the middle. May have been a slight lift there, I'm not sure. We'll see which driver's faster in the final sector. It's Lawson, but probably not by much. By second? That can't be right. 126.4. 127. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Tsunoda did get held up very badly in that middle sector. Or through Ascari, coming out of Ascari. That's okay. Got another lap to go after this. Confidence levels are already looking pretty good. Lawson's confidence is amazing right now because he's top of the timings. Track's about to get a little bit drier in time for the second lap, potentially, if we can believe our weather centre, which I'm kind of loath to do. Yeah, there is the water level coming down.
Weather's moving away.
Evening, Anthony.
Okay, copy. You got a good gap ahead. Go 1. Track is clear. Recharge off and push.
So with slightly less water on the track, we should see improvements from both drivers here. Maybe not Yuki. He's stuck behind the McLaren. Oh, he is improving, punching a nice hole in the air for us. Ah, that's it. Lap ruined. May as well call him in. There's no point staying out there now. Lawson is in peak confidence right now. Just so much traffic on the road right now. And Lawson goes up to P3. But he'll get knocked down again as other cars complete their flying laps. Nah, everyone is going out on mediums. A lot of traffic on the road. This could be problematic. Maybe we should have gone a little bit earlier.
Decent outlap, good scrubbing.
Copy. Lawson's currently 10th. He's not going to stay there. Oh no! Oh, I was going to say we've got more rain on the way for a second then. How you doing, Horrific? Good to see you tonight. Yes.
Gap ahead is good. He'll be go 1 last moment.
Right, clean start for both of our drivers at the beginning of the lap. question now is how quickly are we going to encounter traffic? And where are we going to encounter them?
Taking the checkered flag.
This could make or break our qualifying here. Right, Lawson is through without any incident, that's good. Yuki up next. Hopefully we'll get past them before we reach Ascari. No, we're not. A little lift for Yuki. Could have been worse. Lawson drives to the line and gets through. He's in 8th. And Yuki's through as well. What is going on? We have no pace in our car. How are we both cars in Q3? I don't understand what the hell's going on here, but I am loving it. And we're back to wet weather. This is bonkers. This whole qualifying has just been bonkers. When I put a new rear wing on halfway through the race weekend, new wing ready on Saturday, but 9 need the performance. What do you mean 9 need the performance? And it depends on the race weekend as well. If it's a sprint weekend, you won't be able to because you'll already have qualified on the Friday, which means you're locked into Parc Fermé rules from that point. So you won't be able to change for a higher spec rear wing. Any other race weekend will be fine, and yeah, go for it. If you've got the parts, do it.
Green light now.
No, I do practice with the new wing as well. Don't forget, it's going to lower your car park knowledge, so you can at least gain some of that back in practice 3 before quali, so that it doesn't have too big an impact on your confidence levels. Right, once again, we're going to have dry at the end of the session. If I'd realised what the weather was going to be, I would have changed to just one running lap of fuel, but having said that, it was important for us to get out before the rest of the field, which we're doing. And we'll just have to abort the second flying lap, get them back in and prepped and ready on softs.
So nobody ahead of you. Go one.
Straight out, track is clear.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
No DRS. weren't quite able to get out in time for that. And there we go, across the line. They're both pulling over for each other. Let's call them in. There's no point running another lap as the track's getting wetter. And we also won't have enough time to get back and prep for a good soft run. Actually, I need to drop that down, don't I? Right, once again, we're going to try and now qualify some people. No idea if we're going to be able to pull it off. Let's see, very high confidence. Very high confidence. Good stuff. Once again, a load of people have bolted out early. Not everybody. Little worried about making it through now.
We can push more.
Copy that.
Can push one step more.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. This is it.
Use energy.
Ride or die time. We've got a lot of traffic right in front of us.
Button.
Yeah.
This could be horrendously bad. But hey, when we're in Q3, I mean, I never expected us to get both cars into Q2, let alone both into Q3, so I'm a very happy man right now.
Let's check a flag.
Oh, move out the way, move out the way, move out the way. Yes! We're not setting any of these sector times alight. But Ocon and Leclerc are certainly, well, I think Leclerc's behind us, but Ocon is certainly beatable here. And he is beaten by Lawson. What about Yuki? Yuki goes 5th. Wow, it's a Monza miracle. Oh, 6th there. I forgot about Leclerc coming through. But hey, 6th and 9th. What a qualifying. That was amazing.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Monza has seen some incredible moments in the past. Pierre Gasly's unexpected 2020 victory reminded us of how wonderfully unpredictable this sport can be.
Now we see Yuki Tsunoda there, Karun. How do you think he's going to be feeling?
I think it's really great to see them performing at this level, well above what we'd expected. They must be feeling good.
Well, this is going to be one thrilling Italian Grand Prix, and we're nearly ready to kick things off.
Right, so Perez took pole position from Sainz, then Russell, Alonso, Leclerc, Tsunoda, then Magnussen, Albon, Lawson and Ocon. What a qualifying session. That was phenomenal. It's not going to last. We are going to go backwards. But yeah, that was something special. Right, what do I do tyre-wise? They're both the same. Lawson's going to burn through his tyres pretty quickly. So we will probably look to box him there, I think. Yuki, though, could possibly pull off a soft to medium. Just if I look after those tyres. I'm going to try and do that. So we'll go soft to medium for Yuki. For fuel, I'm going to throw in 2 more laps of fuel for this circuit because I want to be able to push fuel all the way. We're going to push the battery, but we're not going to push the tyres. We are going to be slow off the line with that extra fuel and the lack of tyre push. Actually, with Lawson, I can afford to push his tyres off the line. He's not marginal. Hopefully we can score some points today. It would be nice, Derek, but somehow I doubt it. Right, 2 different strategies. Let's see if we can actually pull this off and make it a true Monza miracle. Let's head to the grid.
All 10 teams are now getting set up as the drivers prepare to face the 53 laps of the Italian Grand Prix. And it's always an entertaining race when Yuki Tsunoda is involved.
They must be excited to start 6th, but it's a long race, so they need to keep a cool head.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Here we are at the oldest circuit in Europe for this, the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Oh, wow.
And away we go.
Everybody's on softs, apart from Lawson. Oh, Lawson's going to go backwards here.
We can fight.
Yep.
Let's try and get past them. Okay, copy.
Well, to be fair, both drivers are going to go backwards, but Lawson's going to go backwards very quickly on those mediums. on if he can stick in the DRS. He's going to have so little grip in comparison to all the cars around him. And don't forget, there's a lot of fast cars that are out of position. Verstappen, Hamilton, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Norris, Gasly, they're all faster than us. Technically, potentially even Sargent as well. There's a lot of cars already queuing up behind Lawson. And yeah, I'm not expecting him to be able to hold them back for very long. They can have so much more acceleration out of corners, you know, with those tyres. Second I turn those tyres down, which I'm going to have to at some point, he's going to be vulnerable. And I've got another lap and a half until DRS kicks in. Yuki himself is barely hanging on at the front here. I want to push the tyres, but I might have to. I absolutely have to stay in the train with Tsunoda. I'm going to have to push those tyres.
On tyres, we are good to push one step more.
Copy.
Hope that this is going to be enough.
Stay close to the car in front.
DRS enabled. Currently P7.
Come on, Yuki. Get back into the 1 second window of Magnussen.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
No energy.
Copy.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Alright, there we go.
And small lift off to end the tyres.
Okay.
Back on.
Copy.
And try and protect Tsunoda's softs here where I can, but it's going to be tricky. AI loves to push for the first 3 or 4 laps here, and I'm out of range again already. I'm also out of battery, which does not help. I'm going to get swallowed up here. And Lawson, as you can see, immediately getting swallowed up as well. This is what I was expecting to see. Unfortunately, we got passed in such a position that we didn't get the DRS either. So Hulkenberg's going to try and get us here. I don't know if he can. We've got a slipstream. And he has a lunge under braking. That was close.
Keep pushing, Yuki, keep pushing.
Albon's got through now. But we have got battery again now. So let's see if we can stay close to Albon. Lawson is already a second off of Stroll. That Aston's too quick for us to stay with. Have to turn the tyres up a touch.
We can put a bit of energy on tyres.
Yeah,
And
okay.
even that is probably not going to be enough. Yeah, Gasly's going to get us. Just need to be able to find a car I can stick with. If I can keep Yuki within striking range of the top 10.
Keep focus, everything can happen. Keep focus.
Then we will be in with a shout of maybe sneaking a point. Max is up to 13th already. He's flying through the field. I think he has got a brand new engine. No, it's a brand new ERS this weekend. But his engine's still mighty good. And look at him, he's all over the back of Lawson. He's going to, gobble him up here, surely. Horse is a mistake from Lawson that's going to drop into the back.
Focus, mate. Come on.
Oh, we got a crash behind us.
Now that incident looks to involve Oscar Piastri. Now we can see what happened. So here we go, heading into turn 1. Tries to get by.
So Piastri hit Bottas and
the
then
impact
nearly
on the
went
car,
into the back of
it's
us.
quite clear. And that won't do their confidence any good.
Lawson's lockup has had a double whammy. It's hurt his confidence quite badly, but on top of that, it's also hurt his tyres as well. You have to protect them a bit now.
So take it easy.
They're worse than Yuki's softs. Who was at fault? Was it Piastri or was it Bottas? No one. Right, we've found the car we can hang with, and that's Ocon. Max now up to 11th. He's already got past Hulkenberg. Get the temperature down in Lawson's tyres. We'll just leave them like this for another couple of laps. We'll drop Yuki's tyre pace down again. Now that he's in dirty air, keep those temperatures under control, keep the wear rate under control. That'll help us at the end of the stint. But it will also make it a lot harder to hold back Stroll. And yeah, when Max gets onto us, he's probably going to just breeze past us.
Bring the pack up. Charge on, charge on.
Yeah.
Charge on.
Okay.
That's Max making his move on Stroll.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy.
Yuki doing a fantastic job here. I've managed to get some battery in the car ready for when Ocon tries to brake, which he will do at some point. I'm looking after the tyres. Tyres are in better shape than everybody else's. That's going to help us as the stint on softs progresses. And now Ocon looks like he's starting to push a little bit.
We can push one more step on tyres.
Copy.
Gee, I'm not going to fight Max. There's no point. We'll let Max through.
Copy.
But we will up the tyre pace just to make sure we don't drop off the back of Max.
I know it's difficult, but keep focus.
And let's get ready to start moving Lawson back up through the field a bit if we can.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
Try and get him past Valtteri here. And then make a run at the back of Joe. Still haven't got the move done. There we go. Now we've got the move done. And Max is already past Ocon and charging onto the back of Albon.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Copy.
This might actually bring us back into, you know, the back of Magnussen.
We go charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Just enough battery left, I think, to get onto the back of Joe. The next DRS zone. It's going to be tight. We're almost there. Come on, Liam. I think he made it. Yes, he did. Excellent stuff.
Copy that.
Back into harvest mode.
No more energy.
Copy.
Right. Yuki still hanging on.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy box.
I'm slightly concerned about what happens to our pace when we run out of spare fuel in a couple of laps' time. So I'm going to see if I can at least get past Ocon before that happens.
Back off now.
Okay, mate, copy.
Evening, everyone. Clips. Need a good run out of here, coming out of the parabolica. I'm hoping here we can set up an attack through Curva Grande.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Here we go. Can we make a move? No, we can't.
Charge on.
Maxter up to 7th. He's just flying through the field right now.
And slow down, Yuki. Slow down.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Alright, we dropped off the back of Joe again.
We
Try
can just
and
focus on charging a pack.
Okay,
that
copy.
pace going again. Paying too much attention to Yuki, not enough to Liam there, and that's hurt Lawson. It's my bad. I'm just desperately trying to hang on for a point here. Stroll is quicker than me.
Charge on.
Okay.
And I should have turned the
Now we
battery
can push
back on
the forward tires.
coming out of that first chicane. Hopefully it's not going to hurt me too much. Still in range. Oh, yellow flag. Someone's had a whoopsie.
Yellow flag there. Yellow flag.
Copy.
Gasly. What's he done? Oh, that's a bit of a wallop.
What the f***?
His rear wing is still intact, but that might have hurt his tyres. It might have hurt his suspension, his chassis. That could certainly hurt his pace.
We need more liftoff.
Another yellow flag.
Okay.
Is that Gasly again? No, that is Sargent this time.
But this is what happened. Now this is Logan Sargent. Things were going smoothly. And there goes the steering. They took a gamble and it was just too late.
Right, Lawson
Lift
getting
off,
back
see
into
fuel.
range of Zhou now. And I can probably leave his tyres as they are now. Speaking of, Alonso's really been looking after his tyres. Now Albon is now vulnerable.
Stay close to the car in front.
Let's see if we can get past him on the run down to Ascari here. Over the second Lesmo. Rear wing opens up. His is still closed. Has a look. We're not going to get him.
Recharge on.
Copy.
But we are going to get the DRS.
Yeah, copy.
New fastest lap for Max. He's now on the back of Alonso. He's just been carving a path through the field here. Don't forget, Max started in last place, and in 16 laps he's up to 6th.
And use anti-deploy.
Copy.
Use energy.
Okay.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Ah, no, 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 no. Damn it, Stroll got me.
No, I can't, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
The Lesbos.
Recharge.
Yeah, you're not. She's not the first person to do that.
Charge on.
Copy.
Okay, deployment should be good.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
I think I'm going to lose the DRS here. Alright, seen some early pits. Ocon's in. Yeah, you did lose the DRS. That's not good.
Push 2 steps harder.
Copy.
Sargent's in as well. I'm not surprised Sargent's in. With that big lockup of his.
Come on. Use deploy.
Copy.
Ocon and Sargent both went hard tyres, as I expected they would do, pitting this early. Perez is in. And he's gone for hards as well. Verstappen's just a second and a half off the back of Russell and Leclerc. That's crazy.
Bottas pitted. Recharge on, recharge
Right,
on.
Yuki is back in range.
We need to protect the front tyres.
Had to kill the battery to do it, but we got him back onto the train, which is, you know, ultimately more important. No, I've just got to keep him there. Damn it, he's dropped again. Just not close enough to get the full slipstream.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
No battery out the parabolica either, which doesn't help. Oh, we just kept the DRS. Okay, he's still out of position, but not as bad as it could have been. And it's a messy braking situation in front of us, so that might help us.
Now we can push one step more on tyres, Yuki.
Copy.
Still a couple of tenths off.
Box.
Lawson's confidence has rebounded quite nicely. Right, I'm actually going to box him next lap, not this lap. Squeeze one more lap out of those mediums.
Box.
Copy box.
Push these softs a lot harder than I really wanted to. Just desperately trying to stay with the train here. Okay, front runners are in. Hard tyres for Max, hard for Russell. Hards for Sainz. Albon's in. Hard tyres for him. Magnussen. Also hard tyres. Hulkenberg's probably going to do the same. Yes, hard tyres for Hulkenberg.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
Lawson boxing at the end of this lap. Oh, Anando will kick the crap out of Fernando. Alonso will kick the crap out of Seb in F122. Seb's stats are terrible.
So we need to back off.
Copy.
Recharge on, Yuki, recharge on.
Copy.
All right then, pit stop for Lawson. So have a good one, please, boys. It's not bad. It's clean, but it's not quick.
Caution 1 on exit. So slow now.
Copy.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, Alonso boxes from the lead. And Stroll's in as well. Both Astons stopping at the same time. Hard tyres for Alonso. What's Stroll going to do? Surely hards as well. Yes, hards for Stroll as well. We are still going with the mediums. I'm just going to have to look after them for a lap or two or 4.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, I didn't box him. I thought I'd boxed him. Okay, well, he's boxing now. One more lap for Tsunoda. Shit.
Copy.
I was looking at the wrong car. I was looking at Lawson's car, wondering why it was going past the pit lane. Oh dear. Right, Tsunoda is in. Let's have a good stop. We'll be on the mediums. We'll protect them, but it will theoretically give us a grip advantage. 2.6. It's not bad. Where are we going to come out? 11th. Ahead of Hamilton. Got to get them up to temperature quickly though. And then we can protect them once we get to the DRS of Ocon. Lawson is pushing hard to close up to Gasly.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy.
No saving required.
Yeah, copy.
So Perez leads, Sainz is second, Verstappen is third, and right on the back of Sainz as well.
Bring the pack up.
Copy that.
No energy.
Copy.
Alright, problem we've got is Magnussen, Albon and Ocon are all kind of in the back of Stroll. Yeah. And that could be a problem for us in terms of trying to catch that group in front of us. Doesn't look like Lawson is still closing on Gasly. That's good. Yuki's taken half a second out of the cars in front. Can't push for much longer. I'm pretty much out of battery now. I am out of battery now. Keeping Hamilton at bay, but not for much longer at this rate.
Charge on.
Still harbouring faint hopes of getting a point here. Can't do it at the expense of tyres.
Okay.
Push the fuel a little bit longer, but not for too much longer. Lawson lapping pretty much identical times at the moment to the cars in front. And that's with a fuel push. That's not ideal.
Save
And
fuel.
we are losing time to the guys in front again now that I've turned the tyres down. So we'll probably just have to wait for Hamilton and charge it behind him. So let's
And slow down, Yuki. Slow down.
get that done.
Okay.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Okay.
See, Hamilton's doing 124.1s. He is lapping faster than the cars in front, so it'll take a while, but he will catch them up. We go with him with a full battery and protected tyres. We can then hopefully pounce and try and move up a couple of places. There we go. So that's Hamilton through.
Oh, it's incredible.
And we're going to sit behind him for a bit.
Keep focus. Don't overtake.
Copy.
I'm not sure Lawson's going to be able to actually catch up. So we will go for a fastest lap glory run at the end, and we're not going to get anything from it, but it will take a point away from somebody in front of us.
Charge on, charge on.
Okay.
We won't get the point. We won't get the money either because it's not the incentive, and we didn't go for the guarantee of the fastest lap. Maybe I should have done. Looks like Gasly pushed a little bit on his last lap.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Top 10.
See what he does this time around.
Charge on.
Yeah, okay.
124.0. Yeah, he's still pushing.
We push on tires.
Damn it, we lost the back of Hamilton. Well, let's see if we can catch him without using the battery. Hamilton's pushing. Yeah, Hamilton's turning up the wick. Alright, let's go with him if we can.
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy.
So Gasly's caught up to the back of Norris with his push. Norris is pushing to respond. We're still pootling along at our own pace. There we go, we're back in range again. Again, I've had to kill the battery to do it, but
Okay.
we don't really want to lose the DRS.
We need a recharge on, a recharge on.
Copy.
So if Hamilton does try and brake, we want to be able to go with him.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
A small lift off to help the tires.
Copy.
And that looks like Hamilton is in a recharge period. So he's going to lose ground and points are just drifting away from us at the moment.
You can lift off to avoid instability.
Yeah, copy.
Slow down.
Copy.
Oh, Hamilton's way off the pace. Might need a little divine intervention. Or any real benefit at the moment. Ocon's tyres are not looking great already compared to everyone else. Albon and Magnussen are pushing theirs a little bit harder. Trying to keep ours in really good shape right now. But we are losing a lot of time at the moment. Hamilton picked his pace back up again. See, Ocon's on a push right now, as is Albon. Some 23s for them. Need Hamilton to start picking his pace up if we're going to start closing that group down.
Charge on.
Copy.
Gasly and Norris still fighting each other. Yes, we should probably
You can use energy.
give Lawson a
Copy.
little bit of a push, see if we can close that gap up a
Seem
bit.
good to push on tyres.
Copy.
Okay, we can push one more step on tyres.
Yeah, copy.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
Yeah, Hamilton has closed the gap to the cars in front,
Yeah.
and he is dragging us along for the ride.
Charge on.
Copy.
So let's push.
Copy.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Charge on, charge
Almost got a full battery.
Copy.
Lawson's killed his, but he has closed the gap up a little bit.
on. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy that.
So you can back up a bit.
Copy box.
Oh, yellow flag. And that's Gasly. No, Ocon.
Right then,
Oh, wow,
take a look
Ocon.
now. Now we're watching Esteban Ocon here.
I was looking at the
Things are
wrong
okay at
one of
this
our
stage.
cars, I think.
The wheels just lock up there, and they ended up their own passenger.
Hamilton's gone for a push.
Overtake button.
Copy.
There's blood in the water and he's smelling it. Still in with a shout of points here. Only 2.5 seconds away from 10th. Yeah, Ocon's tyre's really hurting now, thanks to that lockup.
Charge on.
Copy.
Anti-deploy when you can.
Okay.
Lift off, save fuel.
Copy.
And she's going to go up the inside.
We need to protect the front tires.
Copy.
Stay close to the cars in front.
We're going to try and jump Ocon here. There we go, up the inside into Parabolica. No, he's drifting back in again.
Recharge on.
Alright,
Copy.
we'll stay tucked up.
So we need to back off.
Copy.
Keeping an eye on the timing screen, and Lawson is now inside 3 seconds to Norris and Gasly, so he might be able to get into the top 15 here. Do need to think about looking after his tyres at some point.
Charge on, charge on.
Okay.
Max just 1.3 seconds off the lead. I swear he's going to win this race from last to first. That's crazy.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Hamilton's closing on Magnussen by about half a second a lap. Of course, he's dragging Ocon and Tsunoda along with him, so that potentially brings ninth into play as well. So a couple of opportunities for points here. Just got to try and play this right if we can. Try and protect the car, get everything built up and ready.
Recharge on, recharge on.
And still be in a position to pounce when the time comes.
We need more liftoff.
Copy.
Alright, 13 laps to go. It's going to be a very nervy 20 minutes or so.
No saving required.
Yeah, copy that.
Right, Ocon's getting vulnerable. It's almost there. Just about hung on to DRS this lap, but next lap he could lose it. So we need to be ready to jump. Got a yellow flag. I think it's someone just running wide. Oh no, lock up for Joe.
Right, so this was
Well, that
the
doesn't
fourth
help anybody.
corner. Oh, and the car locks up. By that point, it was just too late.
Joe behind both of our drivers, so no benefit from that whatsoever, unfortunately.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Almost in range of Norris. Ocon is still hanging on. His tyres are dropping off. This might be the lap he loses it. Now Hamilton is almost in range of Magnussen as well.
Use the ploy as much as you can.
And yeah, this is the lap. Ocon's losing DRS. So this is when we fight. This is when we pounce.
You can push harder.
Copy.
Got to jump Ocon and get back onto Hamilton. Around the outside of Curva Grande, no. Tucked back in, they'll knock on again. guess we're going to have to do this coming out of Les Mode 2. Hamilton is breaking away. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Get him there. That gives us a nice, clean, powerful exit with the DRS. And this gives us a real chance to maybe even break away from Ocon before the lap's over.
Let's go.
Come on, Yuki.
Also gives Yuki a nice little confidence boost. Close to Hamilton, not quite there, got to push for another lap. Or at least another half a lap. So close.
Richard, John.
Okay.
Right, Hamilton's in range of Magnussen. We're in range of Hamilton. Now we just need to stay here.
Lift off to avoid instability.
Copy.
Damn it. Worried that might happen. Got to get the temp out of these tyres though. There we go.
We can push one step more.
Okay.
Need these two to start holding each other up. And unfortunately, I think Magnussen is starting to push. No. But we don't have the pace to go with him. Unfortunately, we're 2 seconds off again already. Ah, frustrating. Right, well, Hamilton's slotted through. And that's bad, because he is quicker than Magnussen. But Magnussen is probably quick enough to stay with him. Try one of those textbook Haas lockups, please. Not much left in the way of tyres. Meanwhile, Lawson has slowly worked his way up towards the back of Norris.
Use everything.
Copy.
Full
Just
blast of
focus on
battery
charging the pack.
through Curva Grande. That should put us into DRS range for the second DRS straight. We can just hold the pace through the Lesmos. I don't know if we got it or not. I think we just missed it. We just missed it. I think Norris is pushing. He's going to hold us back.
Copy. Final lap.
6 laps to go.
6 laps for Sonoda. I don't know if I've got enough tyres to actually chase them down. It would be so brutal to miss out on points by just a couple of seconds.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah, copy.
Losing ground again. Those two DRSing each other.
Okay.
Oh, this is brutal. I know I can get in the fight if I can just get in range, but I don't have anything to get in range with. That's the worst thing about this.
Big lift off.
Copy that.
Back off now.
Copy.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah, copy, copy.
4 laps to go.
Ah, this is brutal. Oh, yellow flag. Please be somebody in front of me.
Yellow ahead.
Copy.
No,
Let's
it's
have a look at
Piastri.
Right, we're down at turn 5. And ends up making contact with the barrier.
Now, Piastri is in front of us on track. No, there he is. No, he's round the corner. He's just come out of the second Lesmo, and he's got damage to his wings. So, depending on when these guys catch him. Oh, he's got a puncture. That's going to close the gap for us.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
We go charge on
Copy.
the wetting button.
Okay.
I shouldn't have
On tires, we are
slowed
good
down
to
so
push
much.
one step more.
Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it.
No saving required.
Okay, copy.
I think I just shafted a golden opportunity then.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Just try and get back in range for the DRS straight on the run to Ascari.
Recharge on.
There we go, back in range, back in range. Fuel is good.
And small lift off 12 the tires.
Okay.
Stay in range, stay in range, stay in range.
Use energy.
Copy box.
Press and hold overtake.
Copy.
And slow down, Yuki. Slow down.
Copy.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
2 laps to go, Yuki. 2 laps to go.
I just don't have any pace left in the car.
Use anti-deploy, use anti-deploy.
Oh, this is brutal. It's right there in front of me.
Put a bit of energy on tires.
Go.
One and a half laps to go. I can't stay in range. Oh, come on.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Just keep cruising up to him.
That's it. It's over. And not unless one of them makes a mistake. I can't stay with them. I don't have anything left in the car. Ah.
Last lap. Stay close to the car in front.
Just got to throw everything I've got and just see. Maybe I can get extremely lucky here.
Okay.
But it's not likely. I'm risking a puncture as well by pushing the tyres at this hard now that they're below 30%.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
You can lift off to avoid instability.
Copy.
Nope, I couldn't make it. I couldn't get into DRS range, so I've lost the opportunity.
Slow down.
Copy.
Brutal. See if we can at least get Lawson home in 16th. We just spent half a lap too long trying to get past Ocon, and that caused us so many problems.
That's it.
And Yuki's going to run out of fuel. But he's home and hosed in 11th place, and so close to a point.
Lift and coast.
It's 2 seconds shy. But a good recovery drive from Lawson after that horrible lockup that killed his confidence and his tyres in the first stint. Had to really rework his strategy.
Not a quick race to sum up, not least for George Russell there.
Yeah, and in the end, it was a finish in P6, which will bring in a few points.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive
Of
record.
course, Max wins. I didn't even check.
And that victory takes them into double figures for the year. An incredible 10th win of the season.
And that, right there, is a picture-perfect end to this weekend in Monza. And down there in the AlphaTauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And with that, our time in Italy is done for another year.
Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
So Max wins from last on the grid to first, and finishes 2 seconds ahead of his teammate as well. Just a mighty drive from Max. Insane stuff. Checo in second, Sainz third, Leclerc fourth. Then it's Alonso, Russell, Stroll up 6 places in 7th, 8th for Alex Albon, 9th for Hamilton, gaining 9 places from starting in 18th. Not a bad race for him. And 10th place for Magnussen. It's another point for Haas. Okay, Yuki ends up in 11th place. We knew he was going to go backwards a little bit. We almost managed to hang on for points, but I think the bit that killed us was when we tried to get past Ocon in that second stint. It took us a lap and a half to get past him when we should have got past him straight away. If we had, who knows? We'd have stayed with Hamilton. We wouldn't have had to keep burning tyres and fuel and battery just to try and catch back up again. And we would have been in better shape to actually try and fight at the end there. But it is what it is. You know, I can't be too unhappy with 11th place at Monza of all places, given how poor our car is. So Ocon in 12th, Hulkenberg 13th, Gasly 14th, Sargent 15th, Lawson disappointing, dropping down to 16th, but a good recovery considering he dropped all the way down to the back of the grid. And a bad race for Norris as well, down 6 places as well. Bottas gained a place, Zhou down 3, and Piastri in last, and 2 laps down with a late puncture, which nearly gave us points. In the Drivers' Championship, maximum points for Max puts him on 359, and this championship's pretty much over already, I think. It is still looking like Checo will hang on for second place. He is currently 38 points clear of Leclerc and has stretched his gap here as well. Russell has overtaken Hamilton by 2 points. Going a bit further down, we see Magnussen gains another point. Albon jumps above Norris. That is not good for us, because that puts them right on our heels in the Constructors. Let's take a look at the Constructors. And you see Williams up to 8th place and now just 3 points behind us. Yeah, we've got to be very wary of the Williams threat in the run to the end of the season here. We've got McLaren and Williams threatening us. Can we hang on? I don't mind if we drop to 8th, but we've got to at least get 8th if we can. Let's take a look at the pit stop challenge. We got 5th, and that was it. Just one car in the top 10 tonight. Let's take a look at the fastest pit stop standings. Red Bull overtake Ferrari. Big points for Red Bull this weekend. 37 points, 18 for Ferrari. We're still in 3rd place. We do lose a little bit of ground, 12 points off Ferrari now, but still in the hunt. You know, and it's not impossible. If we can just get a little bit more speed and consistency out of our pit crew, it's not impossible that we could, you know, take second or even first in this competition, and that'd be worth big money if we can get it. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Let's take a look at our driver report. 4 successful overtakes, 11 failed for Lawson. 5 successful defences and 4 failed for him. Yuki, only 1 successful overtake. That's poor. That's disappointing. 11 failed overtakes, but our car just doesn't have the pace. So it's a shame, unfortunately. He was fighting a lot faster cars as well, but only managing 1 overtake. That's not good. And then in defence, 12 successful defences, 7 failed. He put up a good, valiant effort there, but could only do so much. Fittipaldi gets a little bit more experience as well, help in his development. And would you look at that? We got our finish position streak. Even though we didn't, we still got it. Wasn't it a brand new streak? Is it giving us the payout for the streak in one go? Okay, that's a very strange bug, but it's giving us money. I'm not going to grumble too badly at that. And we did complete the quali streak gloriously, I might add, for an extra million there as well. So that's 4.2 million in the bank. We can now afford to upgrade our race sim. And that is going to be hugely important for the development of our drivers. And we'll still have money left over to work on a new part for the car as well, I think. Yes, we have 10 million in the bank. So let's spend 8 million of that by finally getting that race sim upgrade in. That'll help with Yuki's development, but more importantly, it'll help with Liam's development and also Fittipaldi's development as well. Speaking of Yuki, there is the warning that his contract is up in 3 months. We are waiting to see whether or not we're in a position to sign Piastri at the end of the season before we decide whether or not we're renewing Yuki. One of the objectives is to sign Piastri and try and make him a world champion, and if that means we have to get rid of Yuki to do it, so be it. Fingers crossed we won't have to. Suspension has failed just in time for us to get a replacement part in, so we still have to make another one of those spare again. We've got 2 million in the bank. Let's go ahead. Where is cars? There it is. Car development. How long until the next ERS? Oh, ATS is there. Okay, so here is a bit of a dilemma. Do I use the hours in development or in research? Underfloor finishes in a day as well. I'm going to advance 1 day before we start working on a part. Let's check our inbox. There's the ATR email. Rear wing research complete. Car inspection, we've just done that. Just a suspension swap, that's all we needed to do. In the F3 results, it's Bortoletto taking the podium above Paul Aaron and Gabriele Mini. That's good for Mini, getting a podium in his home Grand Prix. It's Iwasa getting the win in the F2 race ahead of Maloney and Behrman. Side pods have been manufactured, suspension's been manufactured, we know about those. Let's advance a day. Underfloor research is done. So what I want to do now is just take a quick gander at how we're doing with our development against next season. Is it me or has that not gone up? Okay, we're pretty much there with the high speed. We're above on the medium speed. We're above on the low speed. So the rear wing is almost in a position where it's actually going to be a big benefit next season. One more project on that will tip it over the edge, and you can see we've gained 6% on airflow, 5% on drag reduction, and 6% on the DRS. So the rear wing is going to be good next season. Let's have a look at the front wing. Yeah, we definitely need to do another front wing project. The suspension, definitely need another suspension. Oh yeah, big time. Okay, so I've got 2 million. I can't afford to do a part and a research. So let's design a new rear wing. I'm going to put some hours into it. And then we'll save the rest for research. So, we desperately need to improve our speed, so we'll work on drag reduction. I would really like to improve our downforce as well, particularly in medium speed, but I'm going to hurt everything else if I do that. Airflow sensitivity. Could take a... no, I need to improve our dirty air performance. Okay. What about pushing up the DRS? It's currently 11th. That's going to gain us 2 places. Let me just see if I can tweak that slightly. Oh yeah, that works. And then if we take some life out of it. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, so how long is this going to take, and what can we get it for? Can we get it for the sale? Probably not. Definitely want it for Austin, so let's see. It's going to take 6 days to make 2. I'm going to go with 3, so I've got a little bit of wiggle room. It's 1.45 mil. And I don't think I can afford to do any more research. Yeah, it's 1.45. We're only got half of that money, so we'll have to wait until the next Grand Prix before we can do that. Our suspension project will close soon as well. Right, let's go to our inbox. Everything's done in there. It's advanced time. We've got a little bit of time till Singapore. Okay. Got our scouting back on Zhou Guan Yu, on Stroll, on Ocon as well. So he's got a little bit of time left on his contract. Let's do the side-by-side comparison against Yuki. So Zhou's got better control, slightly worse on smoothness, slightly better on adaptability. Same on overtaking, similar on defending, similar on reactions, less accuracy though. That's quite a telling difference there. They're quite evenly matched, although Yuki still has that high development rate. So, I mean, it's not going to be low for Zhou. It's in the average, but it's still going to be a very high average. So, yeah, Yuki is slightly better as a long-term prospect than Zhou, but it's pretty close between them. We took a look at Stroll as well. And that's Stroll stats. And this is where there's a big issue with the way the stats go. Look at his adaptability rating. He had one good race in the rain back in Turkey, and they've given him an adaptability of 94. For context, Hamilton's is like 84. Hamilton's one of the best wet weather drivers in modern Formula One history, and his adaptability rating is rubbish in comparison to Stroll's. This is where their ranking and rating system makes no sense. Overtaking and defending, I wouldn't put him that high. I wouldn't put his control that high. Smoothness, yeah, it's probably about right. Cornering braking's probably about right. But yeah, I would certainly drop his control down to maybe 80, maybe less. His adaptability I would bring down at least 10 points. His overtaking and defending, maybe about right. Accuracy, I would bring that down a little bit as well, a couple of points there. Yeah, his stats just do not make sense. Amir's saying, please leave Yuki. Well, yeah, I mean, it's either leave Yuki and get rid of Lawson, having just signed him, if Oscar joins us at the end of the season, or not. I don't know. I mean, we might not be able to get Piastri at the end of this year, and if that's the case, we'll get him next year when he's out of contract, and we'll renew Yuki, and then it'll be, do we replace Yuki next season, at the end of next season, with Oscar, or do we replace Lawson after a year and a half with Oscar? But we have to sign Oscar, and that's one of the objectives of this playthrough. So, yeah, he will be with us. It's just a question of when and who goes. Right, we do have some scouts actually to use. So let's see, who can we scout? Let's look at some younger drivers coming up. We've got a few that we've scouted. Let's scout a few more. So let's take a look at, let's see, Teo. We'll scout him. We're not going to be signing him, but let's scout him anyway. Going to go for a full scout on him because I want to see where he ends up next season and what contract he'll be on. Let's also take a look at Felipe. And for sure, because he'll almost certainly be a reserve driver for somebody next season. And that's our 3 scouts. Let's see, what else can I do? Not much else I can do. What else do I need in terms of parts? Oh, I'm low on chassis. Very low on chassis. Okay, I'm going to have to manufacture a chassis or two. How much do they cost? Pretty much all our money. Okay, so we'll replace one of them, and that's it. We're down to just 23 grand in the bank now. Suspension project is done. Now that a little bit of time has elapsed, let's have another look, see if we've actually got an update on our underfloor. No, it still looks like it hasn't updated. Maybe I have to close and reload the save to see that. We'll check tomorrow, see if it's changed. As long if someone reminds me. Oh, financial changes for the regulations. So, we propose increasing prize money for higher performing teams. Hell no. Vote against. Let's see. We won't find out the result of that until after Singapore, I think. And it is now the day of Singapore. So that is it for tonight. We almost had a Monza miracle. We almost got some points But we kind of did have a mini miracle in our qualifying. Both cars in the into Q3, and Yuki qualifying in 6th place. Yeah, what a weird qualifying session it was, but glorious at the same point. Just completely bonkers. It's amazing when things like that happen. It's such a it really rips your emotions when you just suddenly get this incredible performance out of nowhere. It was fantastic to get both cars into Q3, completely unexpected. And seeing Max going out in Q1, locking up and then not setting a time on his when it was dry, and then the rain came and all he could do was just improve his time and stay in 20th, and yet he still wins the bloody race. Crazy stuff. What a weekend it's been. We will be back tomorrow for Singapore, where we will almost certainly be taking a penalty with Yuki to get that new ERS unit of his into play. So we might go for no qualifying at all and go for a position gain tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. I just want to have a quick look with the boards, see what they thought of that before we go anywhere. Delighted with Monza, good. I was as well. They're satisfied with finances. I am toying with the idea of maybe taking another engine part for Lawson. He might need another ERS unit, but I think probably won't do that. I need to save some money for new research projects, and if I eat up all of our sponsor money that we're going to get from the next race just by taking an ERS, then that just hurts us long term for next season. So I probably won't take that ERS, but we will take the penalty for Yuki tomorrow. So he'll be starting quite low down, probably at the back of the grid. See whether he can fight his way up with a position gain sponsor guarantee, and just to help protect the chances of doing that, I'll probably not qualify Lawson as well, so that he also starts at the back, because he'll have enough pace to get past at least Joe and probably Piastri as well. So yeah, that's what's on the cards for tomorrow night. We'll be back at the usual time of 8 PM UK time. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.